that I am a deacon, so a member of the clergy, and Deacon Larry was too, they won't even let us in the room. They won't even let us in the room. Because remember, they were betrayed by the church, especially by the priests, the leaders of the church. And it makes matters worse, even the followers of the church, the regular churchgoers, we're not believing in them. So why would they trust us, and we're a member of the clergy, to be part of those meetings? So in the meeting, we would be there, we'd be outside, and they'll be discussing things, as part of the therapy. The only time we're allowed to go in is when it's lunchtime or eating time. Because we bring the food and we serve them, sandwiches and all those things. After they're done, we go out again. Can you imagine that? So who would join a ministry like this when the people you're ministering to doesn't even accept you? That's why he said, you guys are crazy. Well, yeah, we are crazy. That's why we're still there. I think, Deacon Ray, that's why we're deacons. We're crazy, right? Because, you're doing things that are crazy to us. So, again, there's no more secrets. Next slide. In the Diocese of Oakland, through the outreach ministry to survivors of clergy sexual abuse, it offers support groups to adult survivors of childhood sexual abuse. So that's the support group I was talking about. And the support group is a mutual help support group that provides an opportunity for personal sharing, prayerful reflection, and spiritual renewal. So do you see what the ministry is trying to do? You're trying to make up with them for what the church has done to you, but also you're trying to get it back into the faith slowly. Because remember, they don't want to go to church anymore. Because it flashes back to them what happened to them years ago. There's this guy in the front that resembles the person who abused them. Why would they go to church? So this is the healing part of it, where you get in there and hopefully, through God's grace and through the work of the Holy Spirit, then they'll have that healing process and come back and join. In my parish, actually, I have 2 who are survivors. One is a lector now, and one's an extraordinary minister of communion. They came back. They're part of this ministry. However, there are times when things happen in the church, when they see, things that the church says about this sexual abuse by the clergy, that discourages them. And when those happen, sometimes you don't see them. You just don't show up for church. Then the healing process begins again. So it's not like, when you fall as a child and then you get a wound, right? What do you call that when you have the scar? In Tagalog, we call it peklat. Right? It's always there. Maybe you could say, well, unless you have plastic surgery or something, you can take it out, but you cannot do plastic surgery on an experience like this. So the scar is always there. And sometimes the scar gets reopened when something happens that actually ignites it again. So, every month, February, April, June, August, October, and December, this group meets, and we're guided by therapists with pastoral and clinical expertise, and focuses on a mutual support rather than therapy. It's more a mutual support. The meetings are confidential and open-ended, and there's open invitation to new participants at any time. Information on community resources for this domestic and sexual violence, as well, refers to the local mental health professionals available. Like I said, we meet on the first Saturday of the even months, unless the day falls on a legal holiday, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And guess where? Deacon Ray's parish. So where we do our formation. So we meet there at Santa Maria Parish Library. I think one time I saw some of the Crucilistas there having a formation class. We were actually on the library where the survivors were. So, remember, they're still kind of like ashamed to show themselves, or they don't want to be known. But Santa Maria has taken us, so we're using that. And if you don't know, do you know where everybody know where Santa Maria is? Okay. So that's where we meet every other Saturday. Why every other Saturday? We used to meet every Saturday, but because of budget constraints in the diocese, we have to cut down because we have to pay the clinician that comes. That one's not free. The only free thing there is the deacon and the food that comes from the deacon that serves them. Okay? So that's part of the ministry. Okay, so for more information, you can email survivors@oakdiocese.org. There's a number in there. Who among you knows our chancellor now? Stephen Wilcox. Haven't seen him yet? No. Okay, go to the website, you'll see his picture so you know how he is. Have you met him, Deacon Ray? Yeah. Nice guy. So he's called the Victim Assistance Coordinator. So what happens now is if there's this credible report about an abuse, he's the first guy who's going to be contacted. And he's the first guy who's going to do about investigation and all those things. And of course, by that time, it's most likely already reported to the authorities. Because, you know, there's a mandated reporter there where the person reported it, whether it's an adult or a child. And then Steve Wilcox picks it up from there and do whatever is necessary. So my dear brothers and sisters, please support and pray for the No More Secrets ministry. We need your help. If you want to join this crazy ministry, come and see me. Nicolores. No questions, right? Oh, there's a question here, right? Wow, look at that.
First of all, we should be thankful to the